Hello, Ryan here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Explained video. In the spirit of Halloween, today I'll be covering my top 10 favorite ghost Pokemon. Let's jump into this list. Number 10, Polteageist. Okay, so I at first did not like Polteageist, or more to say, I didn't like Sinistea. I used a Sinistea in a challenge playthrough of Pokemon Shield, and I hated it at first. It has very fragile defenses, and its move pool was terrible for a long time. It didn't have any Ghost-type moves, or maybe it had Astonish, but bad. Astonish is a very weak move, but the flinching is pretty good, I guess. But it mostly had Mega Drain, and I quite like healing moves. It also had the ability Weak Armor, which made its already low defenses even lower. Eventually, when it evolved, and when I had access to Shadow Ball, this thing was amazing. So, for that reason, Sinistea, number 10. Moving on, number 9, Giratina. Okay, so Giratina has two forms. Both of them are very cool. It was the first Ghost Legendary Pokemon, and the Distortion World in Pokemon Platinum. So good. The best way to play the Diamond and Pearl or the Sinnoh region games. If you haven't played Platinum and you can try and find a copy, or even if you're playing on an emulator, I highly recommend it. As for the design, love it. It has a good movie. It's a solid Pokemon. I prefer the Origin form, but its regular form is still great too. Number 8, Dusknoir. Very cool. I always like the Duskull, Dusclops line, especially Dusclops. Dusclops looks amazing, and it has amazing defenses. If you give it an Eviolite, it's even better. But Dusknoir looks a lot cooler. But it could be better. It's not that powerful. Again, it's mostly defensive like Dusclops. Its evolution method, the Reaper Cloth. A little annoying, but a cool Pokemon nonetheless. I like it quite a bit. Number 7, Dragapult. I used one in my first playthrough of Pokemon Sword. Very late into the playthrough, but still in the playthrough. And that was part of my first team for taking on the Galar region, not Elite Four, but the championship at the end. And it was my strongest party member. I especially like Dreepy, it's very cute, but then I love how they like getting shot out of its head. It's just a shame it's so overrated. It doesn't seem as special to me, just like Charizard is sort of ruined because of its popularity. Same with Greninja. I like those Pokemon, don't get me wrong, I do like them. Though probably in my top 10s of the specific categories, but it just takes away something from it for me. And I'm probably just being silly here, but whatever. I really like the design. I think it's an awesome Pokemon. It's just a shame everyone else thinks so. Moving on, number 6, Golurk. I really like Golurk. Its design is so cool. I even like its pre-evolution Golett. It can fly. I don't know if you've seen the artwork with it like rocketing away with the fire coming out of it. In the Pokemon Journeys anime, Go has a Golurk and it's particularly bigger. He caught it in like this raid. I like it because it has this like big ominous energy, but it's actually like a really nice Pokemon. In Journeys, Goes cares for like the weaker Pokemon. There was an episode where they were mining for fossils. Go uses some of his Pokemon to help him dig, and you see a giant boulder and you're like, oh yeah, his Golurk's gonna destroy that boulder. The boulder even looks different. You know how like in animation you can tell when something's gonna break or whatever because it looks a bit different. You think he's gonna go for this massive ass boulder, and he picks up this little tiny rock and puts it between his fingers. It was funny, I liked it, and I just love the Pokemon. Number 5, Trevenant. So in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, they had the Friend Safari, I believe that's what it was called. There were a bunch of really cool Pokemon you could get from the Friend Safari, and a bunch of them had really good items. So I caught a wild Trevenant with the ability Frisk, so I could find out what items they had. And I also gave it the move Thief. And so I was frisking and thiefing all these amazing items that I could get from the Friend Safari. Like Chanseys, I was getting the Lucky Eggs, which so good. I was getting Metal Coats. I don't know why I was getting Metal Coats, but I had like 30 of them at one point. I think I was shiny hunting something in one of these Steel Safaris, and I ended up with a heap of Metal Coats. I think I got a shiny Klefki from that. I know I got a shiny Sableye from the Ghost one. Anyway, not important. Friend Safari was really cool. I used a Trevenant, and it got really high level. I think it's like level 90 or something, because it was in my party for so long. Moving on, number 4. Sableye. My main playthrough of the Hoenn region was on Pokemon Sapphire as a kid, and because of that, I stumbled across a Sableye pretty early on, and I really liked it. Later on, it got even better, the Prankster ability, and its Mega Evolution, amazing. No weaknesses. It used to have no weaknesses back in the day, because Dark and Ghost was an amazing combination. Since then, they've nerfed the Dark type slightly. Fairy is in the game now, so it is weak to Fairy. Still, nonetheless, for a while, it was the only Pokemon to not have any weaknesses. Until Spiritomb, the next generation, which had the same typing. Number 3. Gengar. Gengar. You could say it has the same problem as Dragapult, but I really love Gengar. They were the only Ghost-type Pokemon in the Generation 1 games, which made them unique. Gengar didn't used to be as good from Generation 1 to 3 because Ghost-type moves were considered physical. Poison was physical too, I believe, so again, not getting Stab special. But nowadays it's so much better. It also had the Levitate ability, which was really good because poison types are usually weak to ground, but because it had Levitate, it was immune to ground. Unfortunately, they have since changed it because it was a bit overpowered, and it now has Cursed Body. Ghastly and Haunter, they still have Levitate. I've used Gengars in so many playthroughs. I've used one in Leaf Green, I've used one in Heart Gold or Soul Silver, probably in both, because you can get it real early on. I know I've used it in other generations too. I'm pretty sure I've used it in a Generation 6 game because of Mega Gengar, and Mega Gengar is really cool as well. Also Gigantamax Gengar, which I love the design. It's different enough from Mega Gengar. It's awesome. Number 2. Aegislash. Okay, this Pokemon is incredible. I love that it has an attacking form and a defending form. A sword Pokemon. It's so good. The Steel Ghost typing is really cool. I love Protect, and using King Shield, which is just a way better Protect, is awesome. It's also good to switch on the fly. Because you can switch forms, you can have really solid defense for when you're being attacked, and you can have really high attack for when you're doing the attacking. They nerfed it a little bit, but I can see why. They lowered its defense and special defense when it's in defense form, and attack and special attack when it's in its attack form by 10 points, but it's still really good regardless. Yeah, amazing Pokemon. Love its design, love its typing, love what it does. Before we get to my number 1 Ghost type, I have a list of honorable mentions. That's right, I said a list because there are a lot of really cool Ghost Pokemon. Froslass. I really like the Snorunt and Glalie evolutionary line, and the Froslass addition to it was really good. Ice Ghost, cool typing. The design, really good. Rotom. If Rotom was in its other forms, it would make the list, but specifically the Ghost form is a lot weaker. But I love the concept of a cheeky little mischievous electric bolt that goes inside of electronics. Decidueye, a fantastic starter Pokemon that has the Ghost typing. The only starter Pokemon that is partially Ghost, so pretty unique. Mimikyu. Again, this Pokemon has a lot of the same problems that Dragapult had for me, being that it is a very overrated Pokemon in my opinion. I do really like its ability, so it can take a hit, but yeah, it has a great ability, a good typing, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. There are 10 other ghost type Pokemon I would prefer over it. Dhelmise. I really like this Pokemon. It's ghost and grass type, but I really feel as though this Pokemon could be 3 types. Ghost, grass, steel. I love its move pool and its stat spread. It's really great. Lunala. Another fantastic ghost Pokemon. I had Pokemon Moon and Ultra Moon, so it was my preferred legendary for the Alola region, and I really enjoyed using one earlier this year in the Mewtwo raids for Pokemon Day. Mewtwo was very tough, and so we used a team that had 2 Lunalas, and I really enjoyed using mine. I got it up to level 100, I gave it the bottle caps to fix its stats, hyper training, and I EV trained it, and it turned out amazing, and really like it. Marshadow, again, fantastic ghost Pokemon, love its design, liked its appearance in the I Choose You movie, and that was another Pokemon we used for the Mewtwo raids. We used it for its Spectral Thief to steal the enemy's stat buffs. Number 1, Chandelure. This Pokemon is amazing. I love its design, a chandelier. Ghost fire typing, very cool. Litwick, amazing. A candle ghost, so good. Lampen, it's alright. But Chandelure, fantastic. The purple color scheme really suits it. The shiny color scheme where it goes orange and red, really cool. The stat spread, the move pool, very good, very solid. My favorite ghost type Pokemon. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. And let me know in the comments below, which is your favorite ghost Pokemon, and what do you think of my ghost type list? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll explain you later.